Wish I was somewhere tropical right now. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It really means so much to me that you have so many choices of videos to watch and you're choosing to watch mine, and I just have to remind you how much I appreciate and love you for it. Before I get into anything, I know that the little baby air conditioner I bought is really loud and I'm really sorry, but it's been like 100 degrees in New York with no air conditioning in here, and I bought this little thing called Arctic Air that I saw on TV and it's working decently. So if this video and the noise is too much for you guys, I totally understand if you skip out on this one. I'm going to try to block it out, but if I can't, I apologize. But since this is a try-on, I need to be able to get the makeup on my face. But while I was able to contain him for just a moment, I wanted to introduce you to the newest member of my family. Pardon the sweat pouring off of me. This is, oh, come here. Oh yes, this is Tucker. Oh yeah, he says hi. His nickname is Tux because that's what my dad likes. He is 8 weeks old. And I'm out of breath because I had to go chasing after him. He's a good baby. He's a cuddler, but you have to catch him to cuddle him, basically. I wasn't going to get another baby, and then, they always find me. I adopted him from an animal hospital fairly close in my neighborhood. Well, it was about a half an hour away, but somebody told me about him. He's a rescue from down south, South Carolina. And he's a very curious baby. So far, everyone likes him, except that Nugget is mad at me that I have brought another baby into the household. And yes, I know, she'll get used to you. It's okay. They tolerate each other. He doesn't do anything. He just stares at them like, wow, you're big. Yes, baby, but everyone's getting used to each other. No one's fighting or anything. He's got a little cold. Oh, yes, but he was on medication, and he's doing much better. And I just thought I would share him with you because he's my new love. He's a very vocal kitten too. Yes, I know, baby. I know. Here. Oh, he's mad. Look at that face. Look at that face. Okay. Okay, you can go now. Mommy loves you. So what I'm talking about today is the Love Lucy, the collection from Besame Cosmetics. This is my first foray into Besame Cosmetics. They are known for doing collaborations and special editions of makeup. I've never tried their shadows. I've seen all of them, but this is the first collection that really tugged not only at my heartstrings, but also it was a great reason for me to actually try them out. I grew up with I Love Lucy. I remember staying up late at night, or I should say sneaking out of bed, and they used to come on at 11 o'clock at night. I Love Lucy, The Honeymooners, and The Odd Couple. And I loved all those shows, so I grew up on them. So it really is very nostalgic for me to have this collection, and I'm really hoping that it's really good because yeah, I kind of love it. If you don't know who Lucy is, or I Love Lucy, it's Lucille Ball, an iconic actress known for her red hair and her red lips. Now, the show was in black and white, so you never got to really appreciate it. Only in the 70s when she did a show, and I think it was called The Lucy Show, I think. Then you actually got to see her red hair, but the actual series was in black and white, so even though she was known for it, you never got to see it. Now, the collection had Club Babalu palette and the Lucy's Face Powder Compact, which is why I'm so shiny, because I have put on my foundation and concealer, but I have not powdered yet. It also had the Lucy's Love That Redhead Lipstick, Lucy's What a Peach Lipstick, and the Lucy's Pencil Set with Sharpener. I only got these two because those were the items that most intrigued me, and you know I'm not really a red lipstick wearer, although I probably will put one on today. But since I have three and I really don't use them, that's why I didn't get it. A little about the collection. After creating detailed and imaginative collections for Disney and Marvel, Besame, which means kiss me in Spanish, by the way, Besame Cosmetics is now honoring memorable women across history with our newest Iconic Women series, introducing our first leading lady, Lucille Ball. Widely known as the spunky redhead from the hit sitcom I Love Lucy, Lucille Ball was a beloved comedian that captured America's heart and broke barriers for women in the entertainment business. Let's talk a little bit about the palette first, which is Club Babalu, which is a famous song that her husband in the show Ricky Ricardo, or Desi Arnaz in real life, sang. He was a bongo player, and it is very reminiscent of the series. The packaging is really nice with the gold profile of Lucy on the front. On the back, it has all of the shadows and their individual ingredients. I can't see them at the moment, but if I look at anything and see it's anything alarming, of course I will let you know. I have swatched this on my Instagram. If you have not seen it, you might want to check it out. It is always listed below. The packaging is awesome with the palm trees. On the back is the classic I Love Lucy heart, which was always at the beginning of the series. This palette does retail for $35. It does come with a brush, which looks like a little baby detail brush, which I have not used as of yet. With clever show-inspired names, this shadow palette features an eclectic range of shades featured on I Love Lucy and worn by Lucille Ball herself in the 50s and 60s. Though the colors are classic, an assortment of neutrals with shimmering pops of color looks great in any decade. The highly pigmented shadows are soft, easy to blend, buildable, and long-lasting. Tropicana Taupe is a matte taupe. Bandleader Brown is a matte chocolate brown. Mertz Mauve is a matte mauve. McGillicuddy Roots, Lucy's maiden name, is a matte cream. Salesman Blue is a matte navy blue. Baba Blue, a light shimmering blue. Ricardo Rose is a matte light pink. Lucy's Lilac, her favorite color, matte lilac purple. A cruelty-free, paraben-free, gluten-free, mineral oil-free, and sustainably made in California. By the way, the drink of the day today is the, which one am I drinking? Tropical. Wish I was somewhere tropical right now. The first thing I do want to do is get some powder on this sweaty, slimy, messy face of mine. The outside package of the Face Compact does mimic the eyeshadow palette. It actually slides out this way, which I absolutely love. This is stunningly beautiful. Such a collector's item, at least for me. It's very shiny, I do realize that. Again, the back has the classic I Love Lucy heart. I don't know if you can see it, but there are 3 rhinestones on there. The reason this is so classic to me is because back in the 50s and 40s and 50s, face powder compacts were the thing that you used for sure. And this has a very nice closure to it. It does come with a little puff, which is gold. It's not a really fluffy one, it's kind of velour, it's flat, and has a cute little mirror, and this is what it looks like. It is translucent. It feels very, very smooth. Obviously it's a powder, you're not going to be able to see it on my hand, but nonetheless, I'm just using a fluffy Morphe brush. This one is the E3. It does pick up very nicely. It did lighten up my foundation a little bit, as you can see, but I can warm that up with bronzer. It's a hard test because I normally don't pack powder onto a completely sweaty face, but so we'll be really putting it to the test, won't we? It's not cakey at all. I do want to try this one underneath my eyes and see how it works. Not bad, I don't think. I think this is just the cutest thing. I will definitely carry this around in my purse over any other powder that I could, because I will see myself using it, and that's a compact that I will be keeping. I'm just going to do the eyeshadow, then I will go back and add all of the bronzer and everything else that I need to do so that I'm not breaking up the flow of it. I'm going to use the Pretty Vulgar eyeshadow primer, which I have been loving. Did any of you guys even know about this collection? I heard about it because I was watching beauty news and they were talking about it, and I got so excited. So I'm going to, of course, start with the cream color, which is called McGillicuddy Roots. Lucy was always claiming she was a natural redhead, and McGillicuddy was her maiden name. Obviously, this is not going to show up tremendously because it is basically my skin color. It's not very opaque, but it did set everything down nicely. If the camera moves, it is because Miss Kitten has decided to place herself right next to it, and she's a tubby little girl, so that may happen. I'm going to go in with Ricardo Rose as my transition. It picks up quite a lot. My poor little Morphe brush needs to get washed so I can reset those bristles. That brush is annoying me. There's a little bit of kick up in the pan, but nothing that I find alarming. I will tell you that I am having to dip in a lot to get the color payoff that I want. But it does blend out very nicely, and it is not blending away, which is always a good sign. I'm going to do an icy blue look today because of my shirt, and so I'm going to take Salesman Blue and put that in my crease. That picked up a lot. I was immediately worried about the fallout, but so far, so good. I'm going to try the little baby brush that comes in the palette. I'm going to take Band Leader Brown. Ricky in the show was a band leader. I'm going to take that on the very edge and underneath. Brush is very soft and perfect for this purpose. I'm going to take the Babalu and I'm going to put it on the lower inner portion of my eye. I'm also going to try packing that on my lid. I'm going to use a brush first. It goes on a little sheer with a brush. I can still see my lid color. Let me take my finger. Pretty, but definitely not the impact that I thought it might have. I'm just going to try wetting my brush for a minute. Wetting it made a slight amount of difference, but not the intensity that I wanted. Maybe if I put a color down first, but we are going to continue to go with it. I'm thinking that this would look really pretty with some cut crease action, but you know, I'm not one to take the time to do that, you know, every day because I'm a normal working person. I can say that this shadow is just a little lackluster for me. Normally when I put on a shimmer, I don't want to see my lid peeking through underneath. I will continue to play with it, try putting maybe the McGillicuddy Roots underneath it first. This is only my first impression of the palette, and of course of the Besame shadows. I'm just going back in with Ricardo Rose just to try to blend this a little bit more. Now I can say that this blue, the edges are not really blending the way I want them to. Could it be the primer? It's always possible, but normally if I'm going in, I expect the edges to blend and blur a little. So I also just took some of the McGillicuddy Roots and I just went above my brow bone with that cream color as well. This is what I have so far. Let me go finish the rest of my makeup, come back, and I'm going to give you my first impression, final thoughts. Hi everybody, I am back. So I finished up the rest of my makeup. I didn't wind up putting on a red lipstick because I just didn't want to take the time and fuss with it because it does take me a long time to get a red color looking good on these lips. So overall, I'm very, very happy with it. I can say this, I absolutely love this. I'm probably going to not only hit pan but finish up with this powder because I love it and I can see myself using it really often. As far as my first impression of the eyeshadow palette, I've only obviously used 4 colors out of this, and blues have a tendency sometimes to be difficult to blend, and I did find that a little bit, that the edges did not blend out the way I wanted them to. It doesn't really look patchy, so I'm not upset about that, but I wanted to get just a better fade into the other colors. I'm going to do another look with it using the purples and this taupey type color over here, because I can't give a full review of the palette without using all the colors, without trying different things. For $35, I'm very happy that I picked it up, because I know that the licensing on this product is probably really expensive, and if it was $65, I might not be too happy, but the $35, I'm extremely happy that I have it. I'm glad I picked it up, and I might want to try more of the Besame collection. I will definitely be giving you an update as soon as I've done some more looks with it. Hopefully I will be able to post them on Instagram so you can see the other looks that I've done. And most of all, I would love to know your thoughts about the look, if you're going to be picking up the collection, if you even heard of the collection, and if you even know who Lucille Ball and I Love Lucy is. My demographic is older, so I'm pretty sure that most of you do know. I look forward to hearing your thoughts, and most of all, my friends, I love you tremendously, and again, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. Whatever part of the world you're in or around, I hope you're having an amazing day and amazing week coming up, and I will see you really, really soon, maybe with little Tuxie again. Hopefully he'll make another appearance. I love you guys.